Hello everyone. I welcome you all to this lesson. Today I am going to discuss Merchant of Venice, Act 3, Scene 4, which is written by William Shakespeare, which takes place at Belmont, a room in Portia's house. So here I begin. And before that, let me ask you, have you subscribed to my channel? If you haven't subscribed up till now, then please do and watch the video till end and press the like button if you have liked it. So now let us start Act 3, Scene 4. In Merchant of Venice, dear children, you might have seen that one scene is in Venice and the other one is at Belmont mostly. So this Act 3, Scene 4 takes place at Belmont, where we find Portia, Nerissa, Lorenzo, Jessica, and Balthazar. So this scene actually gives the audience an idea that Portia is going to Venice, which her husband Bassanio is unaware. None of them know other than Portia and Nerissa and the audience. Now that she is going to Venice, so this is what we can call the dramatic irony, where the main characters don't know it but we are aware of. So Lorenzo is very impressed with the generosity of Portia. So what does he say? Madam, although I speak it in your presence, you have a noble and true conceit of godlike amity. So he is telling that he doesn't praise a person on their face. So he is telling that though I say it in front of you, still you have a very noble and true idea of divine friendship. So which friendship is he referring to? Godlike amity? Godlike is divine and amity is friendship. So which friendship is he referring to? The friendship of Bassanio and Antonio, which is godlike. Why? Because Antonio is ready to sacrifice his own life for the sake of his friend Bassanio. So this is godlike amity. And why does he say that Portia has a very true concept of this? Because if it had not been so, she would not have allowed her husband to leave immediately after their marriage, sacrificing all her martial happiness and sending him to save his friend with all the money that is needed. So, unless she has the true concept, she wouldn't have done it. So, Lorenzo has understood it well. So, he is praising Portia on her face only, in front of her, which appears most strongly in bearing thus the absence of your Lord. So, how can this be seen? That this can be seen in Portia's bearing the absence of her husband. She is a newly married person. She has just married, and bearing the absence of a Lord in this manner shows very clearly how much correct idea, what a true and noble concept she has of divine friendship. But if you knew to whom you show this honor, how true a gentleman you send relief, how dear a lover of my lord your husband, I know you would be prouder of the work than customary bounty can enforce you. But then Lorenzo feels that he should make Portia aware of the type of person Antonio is. The person to whom you have sent relief, you should have an idea of the person. So, if you know the person Antonio, whom you have offered to do this favor, if you know what a good gentleman he is, to whom you are sending this relief. If you know how much he loves your husband, Lord Bassanio, then I am sure you would be much more proud of what you have done than your generosity has already made you. So, your generosity has made you feel good. You have done a good job. Your generosity, but if you knew what a good man this Antonio is, how much he loves your husband, what a true gentleman he is, then you would be proud of work you have done. Much more proud. So Portia is not doing it to feel proud, but she is really in love with Bassanio, and for his sake she is ready to do anything because she can't bear to see her husband unhappy. She can't bear it to see her husband feel guilty all his life for doing something which has brought Antonio's destruction, which is about to ruin Antonio. She cannot bear because, in that case, Bassanio would remain guilty if anything happens to Antonio, and she can't bear to see it or observe it. So Portia says, I never did repent for doing good, so I have never regretted for doing good or felt sorry for doing good, nor shall not now. For in companions then do converse and waste the time together. Now also I will not feel sorry if I have done a good job. Why should I feel sorry for that? I have never done so, neither I will do now. For in companions that do converse and waste the time together, whose soul do bear an equal yoke of love, there must be needs or like proportion of lineaments, of manners and of spirit, which makes me think that this Antonio, being the bosom lover of my Lord, must need be like my Lord. So she says that it has been seen that whenever two friends they are so close to each other that they enjoy passing their time together, they have an equal amount of love for each other in themselves, and this type of person they must be having some similarity in their face, in their manners, and in their attitude or behavior. So, if two friends are so fond of spending time with each other, they have an equal amount of love within themselves and for each other. There should be some similarity between them, whether in their appearance or in their manners or in their attitude or in their thoughts. And so, this me think that this Antonio is a bosom lover, where bosom lover means best friend, very close to your heart. So, this Antonio, who is the most favorite friend of my husband, he should be like my husband. If it be so, how little is the cost I have bestowed in purchasing the semblance of my soul? And if this is really the case, then how little I have done to redeem or give relief to that person or bring him out from the state of hellish cruelty. What does hellish cruelty mean? It is Shylock who has put Antonio in the state of hellish cruelty, and I have done very little. If he is like my husband, he has an equal amount of love for each other. He should be similar to my husband. And if that is the case, I have hardly done. I have not done enough. I have done very little to bring out the semblance of my soul. Whose semblance of her soul means her husband's soul. That is, Antonio is the semblance of her soul. From a state of misery, hellish cruelty, a very miserable condition, this comes too near the praising of myself, and then she realizes that this she is praising herself. Therefore, no more of it. She is a modest woman. She doesn't call herself as if she has done a great job. She is a very modest woman, and as such, she doesn't want to praise herself for something she has done which is very commendable. Here other things. So why has she summoned Lorenzo and Jessica? Because she has other plans in her mind. So she says, here are the things, Lorenzo. I commit into your hands the husbandry and manage of my house until my lord's return. So what does she do? She tells Lorenzo that I put the responsibility and management of my household in your hands till my husband return. So what is she going to do? If Lorenzo is to take the responsibility, what is she going to do? For mine own part, here she clarifies, I have towards heaven breathed secret vow to live in prayer and contemplation, only attended by Naresa here, until her husband and my lord's return. So she clarifies that she is handing over the charge to Lorenzo because she has made a very secret vow to heaven that she would spend the time in meditation and prayer till her husband and Naresa's husband returns, and she will only be attended by Naresa. So she and Naresa, only these two will be with each other, and she will be spending her time in prayer and in meditation till the two husbands returns. And where is she going to spend her time in prayer? In a monastery. There may be a question. There is a monastery 2 miles off, and there will be abide. So 2 miles from her house there is a monastery. Monastery is a place where the monks live or the nuns live. So nuns would be convent and monks would be a monastery. So she was going to a monastery, means where the monks live, and there will abide. So we will stay there, where in that monastery. And what will she do in monastery? She would spend her time in prayer and in meditation. That is what she is saying to Lorenzo. Is it the truth? No. Let's see. I do desire you not deny this imposition, the which of my love and some necessity now lays upon you. So she is telling that I really desire you not to refuse me in this task which I am putting in your hands. Please don't refuse to accept the task which I am putting in your hands. So why has she given this task to him, which my love, some necessity now lays upon you, so which my love for you and some present necessity which forces me to place upon you due to some necessity my love for you, I put you in charge of the management of my house upon you. Lorenzo. Madam, with all my heart I shall obey you in all fair commands. So he is too glad, as he had come here as a guest, and now he will be there as a lord, and Jessica the lady of the house. So why should he refuse it? Portia. My people do already know my mind, and will acknowledge you and Jessica in place of Lord Bassanio and myself. So fare you well till we shall meet again. So Portia clarifies, she makes it clear that I have already told my servants of my intentions. That means I have told my servants, see, I won't be here. I will be in a nearby monastery till Lord Bassanio returns, and you will accept Lorenzo and Jessica as the Lord and Lady of the house. So let me bid you farewell till we meet again. So Lorenzo says, fair thoughts and happy hours attend on you. So Lorenzo wishes Portia that may you spend your time happily, may your thoughts be pleasant, and may your hours be happy. And Jessica also wishes them, I wish your ladyship all hearts content. So, my lady, I wish that all the desires of your heart be fulfilled. So, these two leaves because Portia bids them farewell. I thank you for your wish and am well pleased to wish it back on you, fare you well, Jessica. So she thanks them for these wishes and also wishes them the same. And now some serious talk. So these two leaves. Now Balthazar. So Balthazar is the servant in waiting, as I have ever found the honest true. Balthazar is a very important name because Portia goes to Venice to fight Antonio's case, and this is the name she will take because Dr. Valerio is in his recommendations letter to the Duke writes that I am sending a young lawyer. His name is Balthazar because she can't go in feminine name of Portia, as I have ever found the honest true. So let me find thee still. So this gives you an idea that Balthazar is a very honest, loyal, and faithful servant of Portia. So this is what is she telling. I have always found you honest, worthy of trust, and I wish that I will find you the same now also. Take this same letter and use thou all the endeavor of a man, and I speed to Padua. So she has written a letter, and now she hands over the letter to Balthazar and says, as fast as you can, and deliver this letter to my cousin in Padua. So she tells him to go. See, thou render this into my cousin's hand, Dr. Valerio. See that you deliver this letter in the hands of my cousin, who is her cousin, Dr. Valerio, a very noted lawyer. And look, what notes and garments he doth give thee. Bring them, I pray thee, with imagined speed, unto the target to the common ferry, which traders of Venice waste no time in words, but get thee gone. I shall be there before thee. So she has written the letter to Valerio, in which she has asked for some notes and some garments. What garments could it be? Obviously, the lawyer's garment, because she is going to fight the case. So she needs the dress of a lawyer and also the notes which will help her to fight Antonio's case. So she tells Balthazar, take the notes and the garments which he gives to you and bring to Target, or the public ferry from where the boats sail for Venice, as fast as possible. So I'll be waiting there at Target from where the boats start for Venice, and you come as fast as possible over there. Balthazar, madam, I go with all convenient speed. So he leaves. So go as fast as you can. Portia, come on, Nerissa, I have work in hand that you yet know not of. Will our husband before they think of us. So now she is telling a little bit of not everything in this scene of her plans. She is only telling her a little bit of light of her plans. So she is telling Nerissa, I have a plan and you don't know about it as yet. We will see our husbands before they have thought of us. Why? Because the moment Bassanio and Graciano they reach Venice, they will be busy trying to save Antonio. So they won't have time to think of their wives at this moment. So before they think of us, they will see us, but they will reach Venice to fight the case. So Nerissa asks, shall they see us? A natural question which will our husband see us? So Portia says, they shall, Nerissa, but in such a habit that they shall think we are accomplished with that we lack. So Portia says, yes, they will see us, but they will see us in a habit means in a dress that they will see us in a dress that they shall think us to be something which we are not. So what does she means by? She means that they will see us as a man, but we are not men. We lack masculinity. I'll hold thee any wager when we are both accounted like young men. I'll prove the prettier fellow of the two, and wear my dagger with a braver grace, and speak between the change of man and boy with a reed voice, and turn two my mincing steps into a manly stride, and speak of praise like a fine bragging youth, and tell quaint lies. See, Portia is now in a very light mood, so she is planning all these, but none of them materialize. But at this moment, she is in a very lively manner, in a very lively spirit. So, what does she say, Nerissa? I can hold a bet with you that when both of us are accosted, means when both of us are dressed like young men, when we take up the disguise of a young man, I will prove the more handsome of the two, and I will also carry my dagger. I'll wear my dagger by my side in a much braver fashion than you. I will speak between the change of man and boy. So I will speak not in a feminine voice, but I will speak in a voice that a boy undergoes when he is heading towards manhood. That means a little bit harsh and broken voice, and speak between the change of man and boy. So when a boy passes towards an adulthood, so the voice cracks, and the boy he speaks, and the way he speaks, I will speak in that way, and turn two mincing steps in a manly stride. See, women, steps are shorter, but when you are there dressed as a man, then how will you walk? You will join two small steps and make it a big one. Manly stride, like a fine bragging youth, and tell quaint lies. How honorable ladies sought my love, which I denying, they feel sick and died. And not only that, I'll make a lies. I'll make a false story of how honorable ladies they sought for my love. And then when I refused to acknowledge their love, they fell sick and died. I could not do withal then, I repeat. So I could not prevent them from dying. And then I repent and wish for all that I had not killed them. And then I will say, if you feel regretful, then I really feel sorry and I had been responsible for them. And 20 of these puny lies I'll tell. So, yes, I'll tell a number of 20 is just a number. I'll tell a number of pretty lies, and men will believe. That men shall swear, and I have discontinued school above a 12-month. So men will become definite that I have left school a year ago. Here school doesn't mean a school, but here school means education. I have within my mind 1,000 raw tricks of these bragging jacks, which I will practice. So she says that she already has in her mind a lot of tricks with these young boys practice, and she wants to apply them in her life in Venice as a boy. Then Nerissa says, "Why shall we turn to men?" To this Portia says, "What question is that? But come, I'll tell all my whole device when I am in coach, which stays for us at the park gate, and therefore waste haste away, and we must mean 20 miles away. We must measure 20 miles today." So she is not ready to tell all the plans because then she might be late. So she is telling, "I'll tell you my whole device here." Device means plan. So I will tell you my whole plan when I am in the coach. From her house, she has taken a coach to go to ferry, which stays for us at the park gate. So where is the coach? It is waiting at the park gate. There she will aboard the coach, and from there she will go to Trajet, from where the boats ferry to Venice will proceed. So 20 miles. The distance is 20 miles. So she has to cover this distance, and therefore she tells Nerissa, "Let us hurry up, and I will tell you our plan in the coach itself." So this is quite an easy scene, but it gives us an idea. We already get to know that they are going to Venice, and Portia wants to fight this case which Bassanio and Antonio are not aware of. So here Act 3 Scene 4 ends. So dear children, with this I have completed Act 3 Scene 4. Do like, share and subscribe with your friends. Thank you.